When the United States invited TSMC to build a factory, it said that it was a hype, giving subsidies and land, and also said that cooperation should be strengthened in all aspects. This sugar-coated cannonball hit TSMC so hard at that time that TSMC's plan to build a factory began. The US subsidies to TSMC are actually not that easy to get. But is American money really that easy to get? Now that the TSMC plant is almost completed, it can be said that it is waiting for the equipment to be pulled in and put into production. At this time, the United States finally showed its foxtail and began to play tricks on relevant subsidy policies. At the same time, it also operates on multiple lines. The recent plans of the United States and Japan on 2 nanometers chips can be said to be the handwriting of the United States. Recently, the United States and Japan have been closely interacting with each other on semiconductor projects. At present, it has been tentatively set to build a new generation of R&D centers, and TSMC has been kicked out of this plan. In the face of this move by the United States, TSMC is also indifferent. He didn't hesitate to fight back, started to investigate the Indian market, and planned to build a factory in India. The biggest beneficiary of TSMC's construction in the United States is undoubtedly the United States. TSMC has mastered more than half of the production capacity of the global chip market. If TSMC is directly put into production in the United States, then the high-end chips will definitely be supplied to American companies first. And under the tie of interests, TSMC will undoubtedly drive the development of this industry chain, and even the core technology is very likely to be mastered by the United States. In this way, the United States can also mobilize the overall enthusiasm of its domestic enterprises, and at the same time pull the entire semiconductor industry. It can be said that the United States played a very beautiful hand. On the other hand, on the TSMC side, the arrow is already on the line, and all the money that should be spent has been spent, and now we can only see the beauty of the face. TSMC missed the new project, Intel may surpass TSMC. Enterprises are enterprises after all. On the one hand, the United States cooperates with enterprises, and on the other hand, the cooperation at the national level has not let go. Now a plan called Quarter Alliance has begun to be brewed. At present, the United States and Japan have reached an agreement, and South Korea Fang is still under observation and has not given a positive reply. According to the information that has been disclosed so far, in July, the United States and Japan have conducted in-depth exchanges on the plan of semiconductor cooperation, including the research and development of 2 nanometers chips. In the plan, the two parties decided to build a new generation of semiconductor R&D base in 2025 and start production. Judging from the current information, the companies mobilized by the United States and Japan are still unknown, but it is certain that TSMC is not on the list and is not eligible for this project. In fact, the purpose of this move by the United States is also to overtake TSMC in a corner. At present, TSMC has the world's top chip manufacturing process. There is also a part of the reason why the United States invited TSMC to build a factory in the United States. According to the analysis of industry insiders, the company responsible for the production of 2 nm chips in the United States and Japan, is very likely to be Intel, because Japanese companies do not have such a size at the moment. So it can be seen that the United States has a deep calculation, if South Korea also if you come to participate. Only Samsung can compete with Intel. In fact, as an American company, Intel has always been given priority. Now Intel is still in the list of customers for the first launch of ASML's new lithography machine NAEUV. It is necessary to know that the new lithography machine is indispensable for the production of 2 nm chips. The time is 2024. Intel will most likely skyrocket after 2024. Today, TSMC's right to speak can be said to be weakened step by step. According to the current trend, it will soon lose its only technological advantage. For TSMC, the United States move has to be guarded against. Morris Chang is right. In fact, as the founder of TSMC, Morris Chang has long mentioned that the high cost of building a factory in the United States is unbearable for ordinary companies, and the success rate of the entire project is not high. Building factories in other countries is a new way out. Sure enough, under a set of combined punches from the United States, TSMC could not hold back after all, and was going to inspect India and plan to build a factory in India. India has always regarded itself as a big country, and it has invited TSMC a long time ago, but TSMC did not respond positively at that time, and now it can be said that the two sides hit it off. The subsidy ratio is as high as 50%. This time, India can be said to be a big spender. At the same time, India has low-cost human resources. Anyone with a discerning eye can see that the cost of building a factory in India, and subsequent production, is much lower than that of the United States. However, in order to cooperate with India, TSMC must also keep its eyes open. POSCO's lessons in India were also very profound. At the same time, the high-speed rail project undertaken by Japan in India has not yet been completed. Various God operations in India can be done. It is said that foreign-funded enterprises are frightened, and now TSMC is also helpless to inspect India. Summarize. As an old-fashioned chip giant, TSMC is not at all clueless about the restrictions of the United States. The move to build a factory in India can be regarded as a serious attack on the United States. In the technology industry, stable development can only be achieved through close cooperation and learning from each other's strengths. The layers of restrictions in the United States will eventually shoot themselves in the foot.